Nintendo was created in 1889 in Japan, originally as a playing card company. Nintendo at heart has been a family company run by the Yamauchis. They have over the years tried many different avenues of business, including taxi cabs and love hotels. Then in the early 70s, Nintendo first ventured into the video game industry. It wasn't until 1983 when they released the NES that they became the Nintendo that we know and love today. The NES was followed by the Game Boy 6 years later in 1989. Though there has been many different versions of their consoles and handhelds over the years, the core of what they produce has remained the same. During the SWOT analysis of Nintendo, we have learned that one of their foremost strengths is the vast catalogue of characters that they have at their disposal. You don't have to be a video games enthusiast to know the likes of Mario, Link and Donkey Kong. A weakness that we have concluded to is their Wii U console released last year. It is yet to hit the heights of their 3DS or its predecessor, the Wii. The company has been taking a hit financially and critically with this console. There is the opportunity though for potential more gamers joining the ranks of Nintendo, as gamer numbers across the board are starting to rise, and more gamers mean more profit, which in turn will benefit the company and the consumer. Of course, there are threats to this in the form of the other two big names in the industry, Sony's PlayStation and Vita, and Microsoft with their.
The entry in the market is very difficult as the new entrants have to invest a lot in the startup cost. Plus, they have to compete with the most renowned companies of the gaming market. Threat from the buyers comes in the form of how much power these buyers wield over Nintendo. The likes of Walmarts and Best Buys get an edge on dictating their terms and conditions. As we all know that there are very few industries in the gaming industry, therefore competition is very high. Nintendo invests a lot of money on research and development as they have to stay ahead in the market. The industry depends considerably on their suppliers, but Nintendo possesses an advantage in this area, as most of the components are made in the company only. Substitutes possess a major threat over Nintendo as they come in the form of mobile games, which are cheaper, high in quality too, and don't require big hardware to play. China lifted the ban on video game consoles, which is big money for all gaming industry. The rating board ESRB was founded in 1994 to help rate games, screen violence, and adult content in the game. Low price of the console increased the sales of Nintendo as everyone could afford them, but because of their low price of console, they had to compromise with. The positive aspect of social is the rise in the number of female gamers, and the negative side is more people playing games on social networking sites. The introduction of motion sensing proved to be a huge success for Nintendo, but Nintendo always remained behind in adopting technologies, and they are still struggling with multiplayer.
The marketing analysis portion of our report. Putting the right product in the right place, at the right price, at the right time, is what marketing is all about. Pricing is key to both software and hardware within the video game industry, as pricing appeal to consumers will influence spending decisions and sales figures. This is primarily felt in the console wars that begin anew with the launch of each generation of hardware, as costs in other areas such as software and peripherals remain static. Product. Usually the life cycle of a video game console is short because of drastic technological improvements in the industry. Nintendo took a totally different approach, using inexpensive commonplace parts in Wii that prolonged its life cycle. Promotion includes the display of the product to the targeted market. Nintendo has convinced their target audience to believe that they are the most family-friendly console, due to their emphasis on low-cost games and keeping clean. Placement in marketing is all about getting your product to the right place. Some factors to take into account here would be who your consumers are, where they generally shop, and the type of product for sale. During our studies of Nintendo and over the term of this module, we have examined and researched many parts of the company and found our viewpoint to ebb and flow with each new element of exploration. We have found Nintendo to continue to stay true to the identity formed by Yamauchi and strive to innovate in place of complacency. Ultimately, Nintendo's journey is fascinating. They have contributed unreservedly to the industry and are adept at instigating and reacting to change. But the escalating threats are very real, and will it be enough to stay on top of a constantly evolving multi-billion-dollar industry? Only time will tell. This has been our report on Nintendo in PowerPoint form. I hope you learned a fraction of what we have during it. Thanks and goodbye.